Welcome back to Dawn of the Zeds, 3rd edition. Alright, let's get going. A couple of event cards this episode. Oh dear. Let's see what we're in for this time. Standing strongest when standing alone. We have no infection and 0 supplies. Okay, this all sounds good. We have the highway track at the beginning of this phase. Oh, that's co-op. Alright, at the beginning of this phase, we don't worry about that. So, we have highway, and then we have the suburbs track. Alright, first up, highway track. And the Zeds are steadily marching towards town center. This one makes it to the nuclear plant. This one gets up here. You'll have to think about doing something about these guys in a bit. Over we go now to the suburbs track, and that's where the pain begins. Oh dear, suburbs track. Well, these guys, this mob is going to move in here to the university and take on these guys, and this one will move up here. We have an 8 versus a 2. It's 3 times, but we do get 1 shift for our civilians. So let's hope we get a good roll. Let's see what we can do. Oh, a 5 on 2 times Z advantage. You know that is just going to be horrible. Okay, 2 times Z advantage. We roll a 5. Yeah, we take 3 hits. The Zeds take none. We have to retreat. So 2 hits flips them over. 3 hits puts a damage on them. And they have to retreat. So they are going to have to go 1-2 and retreat here because you can't have the stacking limit. Wow, those guys got beaten up. These took no damage, and yes, our infection goes up 1 because we just had a hand-to-hand combat. That was awful. Absolutely awful. Alright, the rest of the card, well, at least we get 2 actions on the clapboard, plus all of our other player. We have 1 player action, we have a sheriff leadership action, and we have the field medic action. Ooh, boy. Alright, I think it's time to start using some bullets. The sheriff's going to use his leadership ability to get this Defiant squad here a 4 strength to shoot at this mob. So that's going to take his leadership action, 1 ammunition, and they're going to be rolling a couple of dice, and they're going to be on the 4 strength gunfire table. Come on, nice high roll. 7. We'll take a 7 on the 4 gunfire table, and that would be 7. That's 2 hits to the mob. So we'll double hit these guys. That's going to flip them over. Alright, well now they're down to a total strength of 5. That's better. That was the leadership action. We have the field medic action. I wonder if we should heal these guys 1 just because we can. Yeah, I think we're going to use the field medic action right now. We're going to use up 1 supply to do that. And we do get to heal these guys 1, so that takes that 1 wound off of them. And our infection rate drops to 4 when we do a heal action. Okay, we still have 2 regular actions, and we have our player action. So I got to think about what we want to do. I think we're going to have... I got to think about this. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, for our first regular action, we're going to spend a supply and we're going to heal this unit once in the hospital. That's going to flip them over. They're going to end up having a damage marker on them. God, I feel like healing these guys too. We have a regular action and a player action. I've got to do some more thinking. And yes, when we do the heal action, we move our infection level down 1. I think we are going to take our... oh boy. I think we're going to have this unit shooting at the mob 1 more time. We're going to spend an ammunition, and they're going to shoot. So that's what we're going to do there. Let's hope we get a nice high roll. Oh, God. Finally! Yes! We get a 12 on the 4 gunfire table. I like the sound of that. 4 gunfire table, we roll 12. That's 3 complete hits. And with 3 hits, I wonder... Yeah, we're just going to blow this one right off the map. 3 hits will eliminate that Z unit completely. Oh, that was so good. And I think we have 1... Oh, that was a regular action. We have a player action remaining. And I think with our player action, we're going to go up to the town center. I think we're going to have Mr. Johnson do some scavenging for supplies. We're sitting at 6. All right, up here in the town center, Mr. Johnson's going to do some scavenging. He rolls 2 dice. Let's see what he can get. And he gets a pair of 3s. We did this before, and he gets +1 because he's with the mayor. That's a pair of 4s, and when he rolls doubles, he gets both of them. So with a pair of 4s in the town center, he will end up getting 2 supplies. So our supplies are going to go from 6 up to 8. Nice. That is going to be the end of another event card. Oh, we survived once again. But we're going to zoom out. We have one more event to go for this episode. Oh my, another event card. Oh, and this time we get a Mountain Knight Assault. Ooh, okay. We ignore the first thing on the Outbreak level. Alright, we are going to be rolling for an Outbreak. We're sitting at an infection level of 3. So let's please roll higher than a 3. Oh yeah, we get a 10. No problem. We do not have an Outbreak. Thank goodness. And now we do have to roll to eat because we have 2 in the hospital. But we get +1 for our salvation core. So we're going to add +1 to this. We need to roll higher than 2. We roll a 4, +1 is 5. So good, we don't need a supply for our hospitalized units. And now we have Mountain Assault. Beginning of this phase, +1 infection per Zed on the mountain track. We have 2 units. So we're going to go from 3 to 5 infection. Ugh. And place a new Zeds unit on the start space. We can't, because there is already 2 there. Defending units have no terrain shift. Well, that's okay because we have Bouncing Betty. She doesn't use terrain shift. She just uses her innate skill of zombie butt whomping. Okay, so we need to place a unit on a start space. I think we're going to place it down on the highway track. Yeah, so because we have a double unit here already on the mountain track, we cannot place one. So we need to place it somewhere else. And we're going to place it on the highway track, our choice, and we get a 5. Okay, so we got a conga line of Zeds coming up the highway, and that's okay. And now we have just the mountain track moving, and these guys are going to move up to Bouncing Betty. So we're going to zoom up here. We're going to have a hand-to-hand, and as soon as we have a hand-to-hand up there, yes, infection level now goes from 5 to 6. We don't get a terrain shift, but Bouncing Betty doesn't care. She is the terrain. All right. This is on human advantage 3 times. That's Bouncing Betty's ability. She rolls a 5. Darn it! On 3-time human advantage. That does not sound wonderful. 3-time human advantage, we roll a 5. So she's going to take a hit. So the Zeds take 3 hits, retreat, and Bouncing Betty takes 1 hit. Well, darn it. So they take 3 and retreat. We're going to totally destroy one of them. They have to go back to the start space at a 4. Oh, that's horrific. All right, that was our Mountain Assault. And now we are into the action phase. We get 1. Boy, we get so many actions. It's just incredible. 1 action plus all of our other actions, of course. So let's get figuring out what we want to do with our piddly little amount of actions. Alright, with our first regular action, we're going to take Bouncing Betty and get her out of there. We've got to get her healed. She can move up to 4. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 back to the campground. She's going to try and get herself back to where Mr. Johnson is and eventually get healed. Now we can have her go again, get to the town center. But I think for our player action, I think we might do some healing of our units in the hospital. Yeah, so for our 1 player action, we're going to do a heal. We're going to take the wound off these guys. They're now back to full strength with the 1 healing. And that's going to use up 1 supply. We go from 8 down to 7. Our infection level drops from 6 down to 5. And we have no regular actions left. We do have our Sheriff Hunt's leader action, so let's go figure out what he wants to do. Well, he will try and instruct these defiant units to do some foraging, and they roll a 2. Unbelievable. Oh my god. Nobody listens to the sheriff. I don't know why the sheriff speaks. He should just have duct tape on his mouth and just carry on from there. Alright, we do have the field medic action, and we're going to use that. We're going to spend our 7 supplies down to 6. And we might as well use the field medic to heal these guys. That's going to drop the infection rate to 4. They get to heal once. It's going to flip them over, but they still have 1 damage on them. And Yeah, there we go. That's where we sit. And I think that's the end of this card. We've done all of our actions. They're only a Mountain Knight Assault. And we are then finished. Yep, that's it. We're going to zoom out. We're going to wrap up our episode for today. Alright, that's going to wrap up our episode for today. We have 11 event cards we have to get through. I have to remember in this game, it's not about actually winning the game. It's just holding out long enough to make sure no of the Zeds get in town center. If you can do that by the end of the last event, you'll win the game. So far, we're about halfway through. We've gone through 9 events. We have 11 left. So, our infection level is sitting at 4. We have 7 ammo, 6 supplies. We have Bouncing Betty heading back to town to get healed. We have a fully healed unit now in the hospital. I forget. It's a free move to here because of the mayor anyway. So, we'll probably get these guys moving next time. If we get any actions, we get the Furies up here holding the forest track. We just have a 2 unit here sitting on the highway track. We might need to think about maybe moving Johnson here so he can shoot at them. I don't know. We'll have to see. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Dawn of the Zeds 3rd edition. We're holding out. It's the Outbreak level. Can we hold out right till the end? I don't know. We'll find out in future episodes. So thanks so much, and we'll see you then.